My name is Chelsea Cox. I work for SOBI Hamilton, which is also known as Hamilton Bike Share. For our organization, it's really important to try to operate in a justice-oriented way so that we can serve a greater number of people in Hamilton, and not just more in numerical terms, but to better serve people that need it the most. So for us, we're looking at equity as an important sort of idea and tool in order to get better service for people in Hamilton to access bikes and to be cycling and generally benefit from the infrastructure and equipment that we already have and what we're already doing. So I think that it's really important for any organization to think about who they're serving and who they're not serving and why not. And they should focus as many resources as possible on kind of uplifting and bringing up the people who are getting the least to the level where everyone else is. And so, that's more equity than equality. And I think that, especially in Hamilton, like a lot of communities, there are a lot of people who face various levels of discrimination, don't have as much access or privilege. So if we don't serve them, then it's just going to be the same people kind of continuing to access and get ahead, and it's not what a good community looks like. So I think just by talking about it with everybody, whether or not they're accessing our Everyone Rides Initiative, I think it's important for them to understand that this is an inequitable city, and there are some people who aren't included, and that we are making a point of and an effort to provide those services and make it more equitable. So I think that that's an important step, just having an equity initiative and saying we can't do everything we want to do, but this is something that we're going to prioritize, is important to set the example of making it work even when you don't have all the resources to do everything and have all the bells and whistles. So I think that's really good, and even when you don't have funding or resources to put a lot of money or special positions towards extra programming or extra offerings for certain groups, I think just making it part of your organization or business's values, that will play out within your team, and people will hopefully be happier and sort of use a better lens to look at the city and look at your partners and customers and whoever it is you're working with. And hopefully your team will be more diverse and reflect the community better. But also, I think it's just going to set you up for better success when you're just sort of opening your doors to everybody and truly trying to be a strong part of the community. Yeah, being more inclusive is essential, especially as the city changes. You really want to be on the forefront of setting a good example of how things can look and how you can be equitable and be successful and do well and be respected within your community. My responsibility as a leader of a not-for-profit is to create priorities, create strategies around how we can build equity and provide this programming. So whether it's applying for funding and ensuring that we have the resources to build and maintain a program that is more equitable, or it's hiring staff in a more equitable way, or it's making it an important marketing and communications priority. There's all sorts of things that I think are really important, that whether or not you have a big capacity or a small capacity, you can sort of keep those sort of in the cloud that's always there and access those ideas and resources on an ongoing basis. So when you have the opportunity to talk about it or get funding or resources or partner with an agency that is prioritizing the same ideas, you can jump on it because it's so always present and always there. And I think, by building equity into our values and making that implicit and explicit part of our mission, it's put in there to ensure that we continue to prioritize it. there's just some implicit level of optimism and hope that I've always sort of retained. So I don't know, that sort of unfolds in ways around justice and equity, and then that carries over into my work. So, you know, we can do better, and we should, and we can. So that's what I try to do every day when I go to work, and that's what I hope Bike Share will do for Hamilton.